If you're looking to build muscle with calisthenics, you better stop focusing on the irrelevant, pointless methods in order to shock your muscles if you don't have the core principle in check. And the key method to building muscle in general, let alone with calisthenics, is exactly what I'm going to go through and explain in this video. So if you're new to bodyweight training and you're looking to make some gains, stay tuned, take notes, and enjoy the video. So this key method, the core principle I'm talking about, is a very simple term, 2 words, progressive overload. Now some of you may be watching this and be like, Jake, what the fuck is progressive overload? In short, progressive overload is the gradual increase in stress placed upon the body during exercise. And with working out, the gradual increase in stress placed upon our muscles. And in order for our muscles to grow so we can gain strength and muscle, we have to give them a reason to grow. By gradually increasing the stimulus to the working muscles, so when you progress during your workouts, during recovery, your muscles are rebuilt and regrown bigger and stronger. So how do we apply progressive overload in calisthenics? There's multiple ways you can apply progressive overload to your training. So the first one, first of all, I'm going to use the standard regular push-up as an example because it's so easy to explain and demonstrate. Even though OGs know I'm a bigger fan of decline push-ups. But anyway, one way you can apply progressive overload to your training is by increasing the amount of repetitions you do. So for example, if you do 2 sets of 8 push-ups, the next workout, if you do 2 sets of 9 push-ups, that is progressive overload. As well as increasing reps, you can increase sets, or in other words, volume. So if you did 2 sets of 9, following workout, you could do 3 sets of 9. Of course, the rate of progress is going to vary from person to person based on several factors. Not only can you increase volume, you can reduce the rest time. So if, let's say, as you should do with calisthenics, give yourself plenty of rest to focus on strength gains. Let's say you're resting 4 minutes. If you reduce the rest time to 3 minutes and you're able to exert the exact same amount of output, you've done the same amount of work with less rest given. So your chest, shoulders and triceps have been overloaded and so will be regrown and rebuilt stronger. Now, as I've mentioned, reps, sets and rest time, you can also increase the time under tension. So one thing which I'm actually a big advocate of is pause reps. So if we're talking about the push-up, you come down, pause for a second and come back up. Or as you come down on the eccentric, instead of coming down, let's say for 2 seconds, you can come down for 3 to 4 seconds. And by increasing the time under tension, you are overloading your muscles so that every workout you can progress onwards and onwards. That is how you make gains, people. Now lastly, adding all those together, the key driver is simply increasing the difficulty of the exercise. When we look at weightlifting, as we're talking about the push-up, let's talk about the bench press. If a weight gets too easy, let's say you're focusing on 6 to 8 reps and 8 reps gets easy, what do you do to the barbell? You add weight to it. And then you do less reps, build your way up, and then once that gets easy, you increase the load again. Very, very simple, but with calisthenics and bodyweight training, it's a little bit different as we're using our body weight as our form of resistance. Progressive overload in calisthenics works by decreasing leverage. And the most effective way of doing this is by using a large proportion of your body weight because, as I've said in previous videos, resistance is resistance, tension is tension. If you use a large proportion of your body weight over time, that is the equivalent of adding more weight when doing weight training. So if we take the standard push-up, for example, what you can do, instead of doing regular push-ups, you can slowly bring your hands in until they're almost touching, so you're doing close grip push-ups. And then when close grip push-ups get easy, instead what you can do, you can start doing side-to-side push-ups. So now, your chest, shoulders and triceps over time are going to have to push a large proportion of your body weight, so they have to push a greater amount of load. And if they have to push a great amount of load, they're gonna have to get stronger, right? And if you get stronger, you're gonna have to have bigger and stronger muscles. So that is progressive overload. Now for me, the main methods of progressive overload I use is by increasing reps, and then when the exercise gets too easy, I then increase the difficulty. But to ensure I don't let my ego get the better of me, I do like to increase volume, reduce rest, and increase the time under tension from time to time so that I can actually focus on perfecting my form while still making gains. So that is progressive overload covered in a nutshell. Actually, maybe not a nutshell, but it's been covered. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, come on my friend, join the fam, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you do not miss a single upload, because YouTube may not always notify you. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything I didn't cover in this video, leave a comment down below, show some support, anything, because it's appreciated. So that's all I have to say today. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll catch you all in the next video, and let the gains be in your favor.